Superhero movies. What is a superhero movie? Well, it's a movie that's focused on the actions of one or more superheroes, duh, which are individuals who usually possess superhuman abilities, which can range from flying, super strength, and invisibility. These films can feature many different genres, such as action, fantasy, or even science fiction. That's probably why these movies have such a diverse group of fans. However, many of these movies are based upon comic books, another reason for so many fans. People remember reading these comic books as kids and now later revisit their childhood by watching these film adaptations of their childhood icons. These comic books began to take the spotlight in the mid-1930s. A decade later, comic books really began to rise in popularity. They were adapted into Saturday movie serials such as Superman, Captain America, and Batman. The decline of Saturday serials put an end to superhero motion pictures, with the exception of televised series of Superman and the well-known Batman series starring Adam West. The new interest of science fiction and fantasy films grew even stronger in 1977 with the release of Star Wars. And a year later with the release of the first major superhero film, Richard Donner's Superman. This film proved to be a critical and commercial success. Nominated for 3 Academy Awards, other successful entries emerged through the 80s, like Supergirl, and 3 more Superman sequels. But all these movies felt the same, bright and colorful and aimed towards children. Then, in 1989 something happened. Superheroes were taken in a whole new direction with Tim Burton's Batman. I'm Batman. When people heard the news about Michael Keaton playing the role of Bruce Wayne, that just made people laugh. But as soon as they saw the trailer, they quickly got anticipated for this movie. The film was criticized for being too dark, but mainly received positive reviews. The success of that movie led to Batman Returns, which in fans' minds was a superior effort. After this, dozens of movies were released, including Batman Forever, Mystery Men, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin. But we don't really talk about that anymore.
7 million. Never leave the cave without it.
Now we begin in the 2000s. Marvel Enterprise began making films to become a franchise, starting with Blade and Spider-Man, then branching off with many others such as X-Men, Daredevil, and Hulk. Throughout the decade, many sequels and spin-offs were made. And I mean lots. During this time, Disney made The Incredibles, for Pixar was a critically acclaimed digitally animated film-oriented superhero film. Other unique hybrids were made, like superhero mixed with family, and romantic superhero comedy. Other series discarded the continuity. I can't pronounce. I know the word. I just can't pronounce it. Continuities. This word right here. Continuities. Yes. Other series discarded the continuities regarding previous films and began reboots, such as The Amazing Spider-Man, Superman Returns, and most notably, Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins. Its later sequel, The Dark Knight, became the most nominated superhero film in Academy Award history, with 8 nominations. In 2008, something very interesting happened. If viewers watched after the credits of Iron Man, they would see a small tease for the possibility of an Avengers collaboration. Most people in the theater thought, no way are they going to get the top superheroes in Marvel and put them together in one film. But as the years went on, we kept watching the after-credit bonus clips, and they kept hinting towards this movie. Then in 2012, our prayers were answered. The Avengers was released. The Avengers was released and lives up to the hype, and raised the bar for superhero movies. The total made $1.5 billion. It became the 3rd highest grossing film worldwide. Me and every other geek were squealing with happiness. And that has basically been the history of superhero films. If you look online, you'll see plenty of trailers and news for upcoming movies. So you can kinda guess that the superhero genre will not be ending anytime soon.